All right, welcome. If you're just joining us for the very first time on what we call a Zoom, I want to show you guys a couple features before we get started. If this is your first time on a Zoom, if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see there's a little bubble. It looks like the old comic strips. Yes, you can tell my age when I say that, but it's like a little bubble that you'd be talking into, right? If you click that, you can actually chat with us if you have any questions or if you want to say anything. That's a great spot to go to, and you can chat right in there. We'll be checking that out as we're sharing tonight. We are also recording this, so I have everybody muted just so that there's no background noise. So we have a couple guests that will be sharing tonight, and when it's their turn to share, they're just going to simply hit unmute, okay? So we're super pumped to have you guys join us tonight. My name is Blair Critch. I live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I have actually been on the Thrive Experience for almost 5 years. Next month, it'll be 5 years. And before I started on the Thrive Experience, I was exhausted. My neck hurt almost every single day, no matter what I did and who I went to see. I had headaches almost every single week. And what I was noticing is that I just wasn't feeling my best. I felt very crabby. I felt very much like no matter if I had 12 hours of sleep or 6 hours of sleep, I was exhausted. Didn't matter. And I knew something needed to change. And so I was introduced to the Thrive Experience. And much like you guys that were invited here tonight as guests, I was super skeptical. And I wasn't really sure what was happening. But my friend Elisa's husband is a physician assistant. He's retired now because they share Thrive all over the world. But I remember thinking, well, if a medical professional is telling me it's great, then it must be great. So that's why I always love having some of our medical professionals share, because I understand, I don't have a science and medical background. So I totally understand when people are skeptical and they want to hear more from people who really do understand that world. So it makes me even more excited to have you guys hear from these amazing women tonight that I've asked to be on. So first, I'm going to introduce you guys to one of my dear friends, Nicole Ponda, who's not only a doctor of physical therapy and has a heart for helping people to feel their best and be the best version of themselves, but she's also a mom of 3 young boys, and you guys can imagine how busy and active she is as well. And so I'm excited for you guys to hear a little bit about her Thrive Experience, but also like, what is Thrive, right? Because you might have been invited by somebody tonight and you're like, I don't even know what those steps mean. So Nicole, I'm going to throw it over to you to share a little bit about what is Thrive and your amazing story.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if you guys are at all skeptical, I definitely was in that camp when I started. I believe that in any kind of medical school, they really almost train you to be skeptical of anything that's a vitamin and tell you that you don't need it. So when somebody introduces to me, I wasn't all that open to it, but I just had such a good friend that was sharing is probably the only reason that I looked at it at all. But I do remember when he said, you've got to look at this stuff. It's starting to feel amazing, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I didn't really understand what it was. So if I just start with that, what I do every morning is I wake up and I take 2 capsules on an empty stomach with a glass of water. 20 to 40 minutes later, I'm drinking a small lifestyle mix, and you just put that in your shaker bottle and shake it for 5 seconds or so. And then after that, I put on what's called a DFT, Dermofusion Technology patch. So you get your vitamins right through a little sticker. So what that's doing is it's giving you vitamins, minerals, prebiotic, probiotic, plant enzymes, amino acids, all these good things that I thought I was getting through my food, but clearly was not. So Thrive it's non-GMO, it's gluten-free, it's third-party tested, and I think that's definitely what makes the difference is the premium quality of the ingredients. But it's reducing inflammation in your body and also restoring gut health. So when I started, as Blair said, I had 3 little kids. I was probably working really more than full-time, because being in a healthcare field, you are all about helping other people and probably at the expense of not taking care of yourself. So I would always be staying late and going in early and then going in sometimes on the weekend to finish up paperwork. It was crazy. And I always loved exercise. So I was exercising through all of that. I was eating well through all of that. I wasn't a major coffee drinker. I'd have some coffee. I'd usually have a Diet Coke in the afternoon. But I just was like, frustrated because at the time I was 37 and I just felt like everybody kept telling me like to enjoy this time, and I wasn't. I wanted to roll my eyes. I felt so tired that I just wasn't engaging with my family. I wasn't wanting to do anything with friends or my husband. I mean, sure, I would sometimes, but I still felt like deep down, all I was thinking was, I just can't wait to go home. I just can't wait to go home. I just didn't have that emotional energy to be around other people, which sounds horrible, but I gave it all at work and I put on a good show, and then I got home and I felt like I had nothing left. So when he reached out about Thrive, I was just like, I don't want to do one of those things. And I didn't even know what one of those things was. I just really didn't understand it, but I felt like I don't want to do that. But when I started looking at the Lavelle Facebook fan page and seeing how all of these different people were having such life-changing experiences, that combined with this was just a person that I really trusted, I'm like, okay, let's try it. I literally came home that day and I had yelled at my 4-year-old to take a nap, who hadn't napped since he was 2. But I was so tired that I was just like, I just need to sleep, and I'm just like losing it. And I'm like, okay, I'll try the Thrive. So when I started, I wasn't necessarily doing it to prove anybody wrong, but I wasn't thinking that it was going to work for me just because I didn't. But it was a few weeks in before I started to notice the changes. So I even called my friend and I said, you got me. Like, I really thought this was going to work. And he's like, just continue, just keep going. And I'm like, I just don't know if I can, because my body was definitely, the gut health piece was key. So I was getting rid of all that unhealthy bacteria, and I was still tired. So I just was frustrated that I didn't feel absolutely amazing on day 1. But I'm here to tell you that keep going. You want to keep going if you're not that person. And I am so grateful that I did. So what I noticed first was I woke up and I would say I felt really happy. From the person that had everything, but yet was faking it and not really feeling happy, that was the first thing I noticed. Like, oh my gosh, I just feel so happy and giddy, and like, I don't have a headache. And I went into work and I was just being kind of silly, and everybody's like, what's going on with you? You seem really like kind of crazy today. You're really happy. I'm like, I think it's this Thrive. And they wanted me to stay away from them with my Thrive. But I was just like, I was terrified I was going to mess something up, because I wanted to feel that good every single day. Over time, like, I was sleeping through the night, which even when my kids weren't waking me up, I mean, since childhood, I've never been a good sleeper. And so that was crazy that I was sleeping all night long, that I didn't have these digestive issues, and they were issues that would keep me from doing things with people because I would not feel well enough to go out. Headaches, same thing. And I had tried many things to deal with those issues, and nothing ever seemed to help. So it was like all of these things that I had that I was dealing with that were keeping me from living a life that I wanted to, were just kind of melting away, and were so much of, they weren't issues anymore, that I could just go out and do life the way that I wanted to. Be the mom that I wanted to be. My husband and I started to actually do stuff together. We have friends now. I mean, our life is just so different than it was before. So when you don't feel good, you think you're good, you're okay, but I really wasn't. I mean, I really wasn't. So this has just done so much for me. And I mean, it sounds crazy even hearing myself talk about this and just how much of a change it did make for me, but it's the truth. It's really how it all started. So I'm just so grateful.
Thank you, Nicole. That's so awesome. Thank you. So I love what she said about, taking care of others at the expense of yourself. It always reminds me of that visual on an airplane where they say, put your oxygen mask on first, then to the child next to you, right? So how many of you that are watching this tonight feel that way? Like, you do so much for others, you do so much to help them, but you are not feeling as great as you need to inside. Maybe you're exhausted. Maybe your body's just not functioning the way you want it to. So I love that analogy. And I'm excited for you guys to hear from another one of my friends, Gail Burns, who is a clinic nurse specialist. And I have notes because you guys, I got to make sure I don't mess up like what they are, right? So she has an executive MBA in global leadership. She currently works as the director of nephrology in a large hospital in Ontario, Canada. So yes, LaBelle is open and an opportunity where people can be on the product or be part of the business in the United States, Canada, as well as parts of the UK, New Zealand, Australia, Mexico, Guam, and Puerto Rico, as well as any APO address. So, Gail, I'm excited for you to share with everybody. She's only been on the Thrive Experience now for a year, which is even more exciting. So, I'm sure you can remember how you felt before you started Thrive, right, Gail?
Oh, absolutely. It's interesting when you hear these stories how similar they are. So, a lot of what Nicole said was really similar for me, except I was the 4 grande Starbucks a day coffee girl because I had done 8 years of full-time school while I was working full-time, and I was living on coffee, no sleep, and just a wing and a prayer, and had gotten to the point where I was trying anything I could find to get some energy, to feel better. I was tapped out, and I was waking up in the morning and just praying at night that I would find something, because I was waking up and just saying, I just don't know if I can get through another day of this. And I was, same thing, giving everything at work and coming home and having nothing left. I was done. I was on the couch. I was watching TV for hours, doing nothing, and really starting to swirl into that space that you don't like to get to. And I found Thrive because I was searching on Facebook and I saw a video of Beth, one of our leaders, and she was talking about how amazing this product had been for her. And I have to say, I was annoyed because I couldn't believe that, I had tried everything and nothing had worked. So I committed to myself. I contacted Beth and I committed that I was going to do it for a month, because I thought it was expensive. I thought that I wasn't going to waste my money on another product, but I was willing to try anything at that point. And the most amazing thing for me with this was that I felt so good day one that people noticed. And within my first week, I had decided I was going to promote, because I already had 2 people that were signed up. So I knew at that point I was getting my product for free. So I was all in. And I was moving that along because I knew that if it could do this for me, then it could do it for so many other people. And I too was the biggest skeptic. I made all my doctors at work take a look at it, tell me what they thought of it. I was really thinking that it was a bunch of hocus pocus. How could you, do 3 simple steps in the morning and it actually do that for you? And the first day I took it, I was driving to work and my husband actually said to me, I don't know what you're on, but if you stop taking it, we're divorcing, because I don't want the old you back like you were. So it's been a great year with it. And the thing I've noticed is that because I've been on it for over a year, other things have happened that have really improved for me. A lot to do with, joint discomfort, a lot to do with my mental clarity. I've enjoyed some of the other products in addition to the 3 simple steps. But the thing I love the most is I have not paid since month 1 for my product. So if you get 2 people on auto ship as referrals, then you get your product for free. You get the average of what those 2 people spent. So I made sure I got people to buy what I was enjoying using so that I would get mine free every month. And I get mine free every month. My husband has gotten his free every month for the whole time since the first month. And at first I thought, when I heard about the 2 and free, I thought this must be a bunch of hooey, because honestly, a lot of people offer this kind of stuff up and it never comes to fruition. However, LaBelle has given away $200 million in free products. So, a lot of people are making this happen and having it work for them so that they're able to get their products for free. So, how can you lose with this? You feel better, you're happier. It's a great way to build a business if you're interested in that. And I haven't paid since month 1. So you kind of have to love that about it.
Totally. And I know that, one of the great things is, yes, the referral program, but I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I felt so good. And so did my husband, that we were like, we have to tell people about this, right? I tell people when there's a really great deal at Target, how many of you told your friends when Vineyard Vines came out at Target, right? Some of you guys are like, I know exactly what she's talking about. Some of you have no idea. But
We don't have
sometimes,
Target in Canada.
oh, right, you guys did for like a hot second. It didn't work. I remember.
Right. I do have to tell you one quick other thing, though, when you talk about people noticing, because I know you're going to talk about the Thrive Skin. I actually had one of my drug reps at work come in to me the other day and say to me, I don't want to sound inappropriate, but your skin is beautiful. I was like,
Wow.
oh. So people do notice. They notice your energy and everything from the 3 simple steps. I mean, I can't say that enough. People are always saying, where do you get that energy from? And the skincare has been amazing. You notice that too. So win-win.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks, Gail. So next, I'm excited for you guys to hear from Carrie. Carrie has literally only been on the Thrive Experience and Thrive Skin. She ordered both for just 30 days. And what's really cool about Carrie is that she is a nurse trainer. So she is traveling all the time. Kelly and I actually met her in the airport while she was on her way to going to train people. And so I'm excited to have Carrie on here because she's not only in her first 30 days, but she is really excited about what the product's doing for her as well as Thrive Skin. So Carrie, I'm going to let you share with us a little bit about what you've been seeing for the last 30 days.
Okay, great. Can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Okay, perfect. Hi, Blair. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be on Thrive. It's just done wonders for me. And I'm so glad I met Blair and Kelly in the airport because I just saw like this positive energy. And Kelly was wearing the patch. And I'm like, what is up with these 2 gals? I need to find more information about it. So it was so exciting. And then Kelly came over and sat by me and she was sharing her story. And I was like, oh, wow, well, you know what? I need to be on something new because I've tried other protein shakes and Thrive is just, I'm loving it. It's so easy to travel with in my little package here in my backpack. I'm wearing my patch. I mean, I'm just loving it. I have more energy. I'm sleeping better. I just feel like my overall health is so much better. And when I wake up in the morning, I feel totally rested, where before I wasn't feeling that way. I also, too, have to work out, but with my schedule, it's so crazy. So it's probably like 3 times a week that I get a workout. But I can totally see changes. I just like the gut, just everything about the whole experience, the 3-step program. You know, the capsules in the morning, then doing my shake, drinking lots of water. I used to drink lots of Diet Coke. Now I'm drinking lots of water. So it's so good. And I crave water more so now than I ever did. And I just feel so much better. People at work are like, what are you doing? You look so good. Your skin, you know, they can tell I'm losing weight. So it's sharing my story, getting that information out to those other nurses and coworkers. But I'm loving it and I want to share it to other people. So I'm excited. I finally became a promoter yesterday.
Yay!
Yay! So I'm excited for my journey.
I was just going to ask you, what are you noticing about the Thrive Skin too?
Oh my gosh, just my skin isn't oily and it just looks healthier and it's more vibrant. And people are noticing that too. Like, what are you doing with your skin? So I'm like, it's a secret.
Yes, you guys stay tuned. We'll share a little more about that at the end.
Yes,
Awesome.
exactly.
Carrie, thank you so much for sharing. I love that. How many people do you guys know in your life that have a soda addiction, right? There are so many studies. We all know, right, what that does to our bodies. And so this is a great way to get off of that. Also to help you to eat less sugar, less carbs, and just take care of your body more, right? In all those ways. So I'm also excited to have another one of our newer Thrivers to be sharing with us tonight. Her name's Abby Cooper. She worked in the pharmaceutical sales industry for 8 years, and then she also worked in medical sales for 4 years, selling heart monitors. And then for the past 5 years, she's been working as a Flywheel fitness instructor. She teaches cycle, bar, fit classes, and she has a 21-month-old baby. How many of you guys remember having new babies around, right? Like you need this, you need that extra energy, you're longing for that difference. So Abby, I'm excited to have you share your story with everybody and a little bit about what made you decide after being on the product that you knew you had to be part of this business.
Hey, can you hear me?
Perfect.
Great. So yes, I have actually followed the product and the company for the last 3 to 4 years, watching Kelly Hoover through her Thrive experience, and you all probably know her. For those of you who don't, you probably will. Anyways, she is someone that I trust, and I think this product, this company thrives on trust. So if you see someone or find someone that's thriving and you respect their history, their opinion, their life and what they stand for, then it's an easy sell, because you're going to buy something from someone that you respect and trust. That's what I found. So anyways, I've followed Kelly for the last 3 to 4 years and watched her transformation. And honestly, I don't know what took me so long to jump on trying it myself. It wasn't that I didn't believe in it. I had been burned by other companies that I tried to use the product and become a promoter for them and made no money and kind of just had a bad experience. So I think that caused some hesitation as far as me doing it myself. But finally, I think it was just all about timing. When I was ready to add something to my life and when I found something lacking in my life. So yes, I wouldn't say I'm a medical professional, but yeah, I'm a salesperson. I sold medications for years and medical products for years. So I love talking to people. I love learning about things, and I have a clinical background from that. But I am now a fitness instructor, and my job is to help people, right? Help people to meet their fitness goals and to become healthier individuals and better their lives as far as exercise. And I felt like, oh my goodness, like, what is wrong with me? This is my profession. I'm supposed to have the best energy, the best attitude, be the best for everyone else. But I found myself almost faking it some days, going to class and teaching and trying to dig so hard to motivate others when all I needed was to try to motivate myself. And that came from lack of energy. That came from kind of just that mental fuzz, that wall in the day, and just kind of just trying to balance everything and trying to find focus, and it wasn't there. So just hearing Kelly's story and what it had done for her, I thought, you know what, it's time. I've got this baby. I need to show up for him. I need to be the best mom, and I need to do better at my job. And I want it to be more from the heart rather than such a challenge. So I did this for more the mental focus, the energy, the mental clarity, and the mood, to be honest. You know, when you're a mom, you get pretty damn moody. So anyways, but on day 12, it took me a little longer to feel it. I think because I have taken care of my body and I have been very focused on fitness and health. But on day 12, I honestly, all of a sudden, felt something click. And in the afternoon, I was cleaning, I was playing trains with my son, I was making a playlist for my next class. I was doing all these things, and everything was just so bright and clear. And I was happy, and I knew that at that point I was thriving, and I knew what everybody had been talking about. But honestly, the big thing for me, as far as the business side, I kind of knew I wanted to make it as a business. If I believed in it myself, then I knew that I wanted to take this to other people. Saying that because I trusted Kelly, but then I wanted to trust it for myself. And once I did, because of the profession that I'm in, I knew that it would be an easy sell because I'm surrounded by like-minded people and people that want to better themselves. And it was an easy thing to talk about. And it is, but I saw what money I could make. And if you believe in something, how easy it is to share and how good of something to be a part of as something that was going to better someone else's life. And the conversations that I've had with people, I have learned things about people that I had no idea, that have been taking my classes for 4 to 5 years. And I didn't know that they had their gallbladder removed. I didn't know that they had IBS with constipation and diarrhea. I didn't know that they had anxiety. I didn't know that, all these things. And I am beginning to have these conversations with people about the gaps that they are looking to fill. And it is such an amazing easy conversation to have, and you just developed a respect for people. And how cool is it to offer something to someone that is going to change their life, and then you are making money from that as well? Blair says, people are skeptical and they say, hey, it's a pyramid scheme. Well, you know what? Who the hell cares? Because you are changing people's lives, and what better pyramid scheme you're going to be a part of. In 8 days, I made my VIP 800, which is a $400 bonus. I got about a $535 check in my bank account, and I got about $400 of Lavelle credits, which helps me grow my business. And then on Saturday, I hit my VIP 1600, which gave me $100 more in Thrive credits, an additional $400 in a VIP, and it was as easy as talking to people, enrolling people as customers, and then I did get a few promoters because they saw the difference in their experience and they wanted to be a part of this and they wanted to share it with other people. So honestly, if you believe in it, you trust the process, and you have just a little bit of grit and grind in you, you can do amazing things with this. And I am so excited. I'm not even in a month, and I just see like the biggest potential I've ever seen, and probably anything that I've ever done. And I have the most motivation I've ever had, even in being in pharmaceutical sales, where you can make a ton of money. I did not wake up every morning wanting to reach out to people, and now I do. So I know that's a lot, but that's how I feel, and I'm very passionate about it.
Abby, that was awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
That passion comes from exactly what our whole mission statement is for our company, which is to help people live a life that they deserve. And I love hearing that you're like really getting to know the people in your classes and really understanding what they need. And I feel like that's what fuels all of us that do share it each and every day, is that we really want to see people live a life that they deserve. And you really can't do that when you're not feeling your best, when you're not performing at your best, and when you're not living your best life. So Abby, thank you so much for sharing. Did you guys hear that from Abby? Not only the passion that came from her voice, the excitement about what the product's doing for her, but also did you hear that she's made over $900 and something already with Lavelle in just 30 days? We haven't.
No, 14.
Oh, 14 days. That's right. You haven't even been in 30 days. So 14 days, because she had her first 2 bonuses. So if you're watching this tonight, you're joining us and you're trying to learn a little bit more, one of the most amazing things about this product, yes, the product actually works. Yes, we use amazing premium raw grade ingredients, non-GMO, gluten-free. Yes, you will see the difference. Yes, you can get it for free by referring to. But here's something really amazing too. If you decide that you want to help others, like Abby, like Carrie, like Gail, like Nicole that you heard tonight, and like myself and so many others, all you have to do is click a button. When you become a promoter, there's no yearly fee, there's no website fee, there's no stocking of inventory. People literally go to your free website, they order, and the product gets shipped out directly to them. So you don't have to worry about any of those things. And that's really unheard of. We also have free training, which is very unheard of in an industry like this. So this is a great way to make an extra income and be able to make a multiple stream income, where it's cloud-based, which means you can work it from anywhere. You can work on your laptop, your iPad, your phone, wherever you need to. You've heard from lots of busy women tonight who are doing this alongside other things, and they're still able to have that success. And what you heard Abby just share with you guys that she's earned in 14 days is because she hit the first 2 bonuses in our company. So we have the first one, which is VIP 800. Simply by bringing in 4 people, you earn over and $800 in sales. You earn over $600 in bonuses. Bring in another 4 people with the total sales of 800, and you earn another over $600 in bonuses in your first 2 weeks. And it just keeps going. But the best part is you're getting to help people feel better, change their lives, and help other people do the exact same thing. So if you're joining us tonight and you're like, oh, I need some more information about the product, get back with the person who invited you. They'll set you up with free access into the website. You'll get to see all the ingredients, all the good stuff. If you're like, you know what, I'm ready to order and see if this will work for me. And remember, like even Nicole shared, it took her a little longer, but then you heard from somebody like Gail who it took her day 1. So you got to be on it for the full 30 days, see what it's going to do for you. If you're ready for that, get back with the person who invited you. order your product. It usually comes in around 5 to 7 days later. You want to get started before you leave on all your trips. And if you're like, wait a minute, I need to hear more about this business opportunity, a multiple stream of income, another way for me to earn some extra money. You know, Forbes magazine says the new retirement plan is a side gig, a side hustle. What are you going to do to bring in extra money? Because Social Security may not be there for a lot of us when we get older. So what are you doing to make sure that you're paying off the things that you need to pay off, that you're having that extra money to go on the trips and do the things that you want to do, pay for your kids' college, whatever it is. We're here to help you and support you and show you how you can do that. It's absolutely amazing. And we have the #1 auto bonus in the industry, which on our team alone, we have over 400 people who've earned that auto bonus in less than 5 years. That means it's attainable. That means it's something that you could actually do. So check out on this screen right now. If you are an auto bonus earner, like wave your hands around so they can see. That means they get their car paid for every single month. That's a bill they don't have to ever worry about, which is pretty awesome. So not only do they thrive for free, but they also get their car paid for every single month. And 3 times a year, we get to earn really fun trips like Jamaica coming up this fall. And we've gone to all kinds of amazing places like Vegas, Denver. We've gone to, I can't even think of them all off the top of my head, Dominican Republic, Mexico. We've gone to San Diego, all kinds of cool places. So we'd love for you to join us along. But I promised you at the end tonight that I would share a little bit about our Thrive Skin. And I'm really excited to share with you guys about it because it has been mind-blowing what this product has done already in just 30 days for so many people, not just people that you're seeing on here tonight, but for so many friends and family of mine personally that I have seen amazing results with them. So we have the Thrive experience that you heard about tonight, which is our vitamin supplement system, which I'm super passionate about because you really have to clean your body from the inside out to take care of yourself, to be around long term, to feel better, to live the life that you deserve. But we also know that we deserve to have amazing looking skin, right? And we also know that CBD is something that's really big right now. And so Lavelle is the first company in North America to partner together, not only taking CBD, but taking CBD and enzyme and putting them together to create a 3-step CBD skincare line that will immediately show you results. I find that when I have people over and I demonstrate the 3 steps on their face, they're immediately seeing more illumination in their face and a softer, gentler face, but they're also seeing a brightness to their skin. So those 3 steps, much like our Thrive experience, they made it super simple with great product. It's you wake up and you can do it in the morning or night. We have a peel, which is step 1. And that is actually you rub it in, and what you find right away is that the dead skin starts to come off. Then our step 2 is called reduce. That's helping you to reduce the wrinkles, the discoloration, any imperfections in your skin. And step 3 is our restore, and that's what's helping you to restore the hydration, the luminosity, as well as like the collagen and bounce in your skin again, I like to say. So all 3 steps, simple and easy, a 30-day supply of that as well, comes all together. And here's the best part. The CBD is amazing. Like people are seeing the results right away because there's CBD in all 3 products. It's cold pressed. It's within the first 2 ingredients, which Nicole pointed out to me last weekend. Of course, you know, people that are in the medical world, they see things that I don't always see. I just know it was working for me. But I loved it when she reminded me of that because when I looked at other CBD skincare products, it's down at the bottom last 3. And that means it's not very much of it, right? In ours, it's the first 2 ingredients in all 3 of those steps. It's also one of the best and easiest to use products I've seen out there. And it's already lasted me way more than 30 days. So if you are like, I need to try this, get back with the person who invited you tonight. They'll get you even more information. Check out the before and after pictures. They'll send you some. They are unbelievable. And we're excited to make sure we get you all the information that you need. So first and foremost, stop tonight, thank the person who sent this invitation to you, and get more information, whether that's for the product, whether that's to get started as a customer or to get started as a promoter. We're excited to have you join our team. Feel your best and look your best. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. And we can't wait to see you. We have this every single Monday, so feel free to invite some friends back next Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern again. Exact same link. Cool thing is that if you start in your Thrive experience, you love it, you bring some friends to this, they decide to order, you get 2 that order underneath you in the month of June, boom, July's free. And it continues on like that. So we can't wait to see you guys again next week. Bye.
Thanks, Blair.
Thanks, you guys.